you might notice that something's a little different.
It's a crazy day.
It's a big day here at Morning View Vanderbilt. Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 26th, and I'm Fallon Thompson.
And I'm Carly Schwartz. We are switching things up in the studio. I was just saying, I think this is the first time I've been on air with Fallon since our interview. When I tested her out to be anchor on Morning View, and like obviously right away we knew that she was perfect for the job, so brought her in here. But it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Crazy, but exciting.
So that's been like what it's gonna be two years, 4 semesters. That doesn't seem that long when I say it like that. But still,
2 years is a long time. It's 4 years. I mean, I know Sam and Carly were talking about this on Monday, but like 4 years, been in the studio for 4 years. Wow. It's scary, and I'm sure it'll be the same for you.
That's so crazy.
In 2 more years, it'll be like, where did the time go?
My second home, if you will.
Literally second home.
Anyway, so what did you do this weekend? Speaking of second homes, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I have spent the weekend kind of in Neely Auditorium. There is a show coming up, which everyone should go see if you are free, and hopefully you'll be free from 12 to 8, either Friday or Saturday. That is a long time span. Yes. How to Build a Forest. I actually didn't spend that much time there this weekend, but I have this week and coming up. We have tech and stuff, and it's really exciting. So I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes, it sounds cool, but I guess for our viewers.
Vanderbilt. If you had not heard about it, it is a production that takes place over 8 hours, and it's building up a forest. So there's students of Vanderbilt. There's actually a touring company. We have like guest people in here working called Pearl Demure Production, and a couple other people from outside the Vanderbilt community that are coming in, and we build the forest up for 6.5 hours. Sorry, they let it be. The full forest is just all the life of the forest keeps going for half an hour, and then it gets torn down at 7 hours. So right at 7 o'clock. So if you want to see it either being built up, torn down, or both, you can come. I mean, you can even come from like 12 to 12:15, or like 1 to 1:15, and then come back at like 7 and see it. I mean, it's all day. People switching out. I'm there from 4 to 8. So I think I'm there for the longest chunk of people.
And so there's like different roles that like y'all have, right?
Yes.
Because I know somebody who's like a ranger, and then somebody who's like actually a part of the forest maybe or something, and then like there's been like training, and it's like this really big production.
It is. It really is. So there's 8 people or 7 people that came to Vanderbilt. They're part of like the company, the production company that came here. So they're the build team. So they really know what's going on in terms of building up the forest. But then there are rangers who, all the audience members who come in, if they're confused, like they'll tell you what's going on. You know, they come up and talk to you.
That is helpful.
Yes, they are very, very helpful. They are like key. And then there are speakers who will be speaking throughout the performance in the audience. And then there are breathers and singers, and then there's the flash mob. And I'm part of the flash mob. So like we're so we're the ones who like actually are involved with destructing the forest and helping build the forest. Like we're
That's
it's fun. Really, really cool. And as audience members, you can either sit in the audience and like just like not deal with it if you don't want to deal with it, or you can walk through the forest.
Oh, so
it's very interactive. It's fun. It's really cool. So it's kind of hard to explain, but
isn't it supposed to be kind of like an environmental statement as well? Like
yes.
I got an email about it initially from like my advisor for my environmental and sustainability studies like minor, and he's like, you guys should all come to it. It's like a statement about development and environment and development's effect on environment and how we're like the two are interacting and commingling and all this stuff. I was like, neat. And then I like, of course, kept hearing about it.
Right.
And it's supposed to be like a really big production. I'm excited. I plan on going at least for a little bit, like just at least to see what it looks like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is.
It sounds really cool.
There's a lot of ideas behind it. Like they've spent a long time explaining to us their ideas behind creating the production. So it's definitely part environmental, and it's kind of showing like how organisms are built and then how things from the outside world affect those organisms. So the deconstruction part is like kind of shows how it's like in tree time, the beginning of it, so everything's kind of moving really slow, and then it turns to human time when the deconstruction starts, and it kind of shows like how fast things can be destroyed based on other things going on in the world. So sorry if I butchered that a little bit, but that's basically the idea. And so they're from New Orleans, the creators of it. So it's kind of stemmed from Hurricane Katrina and that effect on how Hurricane Katrina affected their lives and tore down the nature in New Orleans. And it was built in New Orleans, the production, so there's a little bit of New Orleans blood in coming to Nashville. So it's really cool, and there's lots of descriptions. They'll give you like a field guide when you come. So there are descriptions on the background of the project and all that stuff. So it's cool, Vanderbilt. You should come.
Check it out.
Definitely check it out. How was your weekend, though?
It was good. I did nothing. Wow. In comparison, like, I did nothing. Honestly, I was like, this weekend I'm setting aside, and I'm not going to do anything.
That's the best. Awesome. That's the best kind of weekend.
It was, wow. I can't imagine anything better. I like went in Monday, like I was hit the ground running, you know, I was like ready to go, and then work hit me, actual work hit me, and
that happened.
It's fun, and the struggle bus is back in motion, Vanderbilt. But hey, we're here.
It never ends. Well, while the struggle bus is going on, and we are not doing much, there is stuff going on around campus. There was a fatal police shooting on Ellison Place on Friday, March 21st. A news release from police says the man who was killed, 51-year-old Aaron Smith, was first encountered by a Smayan police officer at America's Motorsports, a motorcycle store on 8th Avenue South. When the officer, who recognized Smith as a suspect in a March 13th car burglary and credit card theft, confronted him, Smith pulled a gun and fled. Smith then carjacked a woman at gunpoint, driving her silver Buick Enclave from the scene, initiating a car and helicopter pursuit through Nashville until reaching Ellison Place, just a block from campus. According to police, the car could be tracked because the woman left her phone in the vehicle. After parking the vehicle in a garage behind Chili's shortly after 6 p.m., the events following the Metro. Today. He will now be recommended to the Board of Trust by the Vanderbilt Alumni Association. The board's approval of the elected candidate is the final step in the Young Alumni Trust process. Solid 8-4 victory over the Belmont Bruins.
In the shot and converged upon, I guess, is the politically correct way of phrasing it. Even though we got converged upon pretty soon.
So 4 to 5 nights a week. If I drove to Calypso or
a shooting, a fatal shooting. We have Antoine McAllister, better known by his stage name, Ace Hood, who was born and raised in Florida. He is signed to DJ Khaled's label We the Best Music Group and Cash Money Records, and was formerly signed to Def Jam Recordings. He has released 4 studio albums, with his most successful being his last 2 albums, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Trials and Tribulations, which was released on July 16, 2013. He is best known for the hit singles Hustle Hard and Bugatti. Delta Ray is an American folk rock band consisting of 3 siblings, Ian, Eric, and Brittany Holges. I'm sorry if I butchered that, as well as Elizabeth Hawkins, Mike McKee, and Grant Emerson. They began as a 4-piece ensemble and added McKee and Emerson to the dynamic in 2010. Their name hails from a fictional story the Holges' mother intended to write about a southern girl named Delta Ray who summons the Greek gods to Earth. They signed to Sire Records in 2012, and their debut album, Carry the Fire, was released on July 19, 2012. They are currently on their latest national tour. And then 21 Pilots is an American musical duo from Columbus, Ohio. The band was formed in 2009 and consists of Tyler Joseph, and Josh Dunn. They put out 2 self-release albums before being signed by Fueled by Ramen in 2012. They released their studio debut, Vessel, with Fueled by Ramen in 2013. Their most popular songs are Holding On To You and Guns for Hand. And then the Mowglis are an alternative rock band from Southern California. Their song San Francisco reached number 11 on Billboard's alternative chart in 2013. The Mowglis are an indie gospel folk love rock band, self-proclaimed, created with the intention to help change the world for the greater good by spreading a message of joy and love that is embedded in their music. Their most popular songs are San Francisco, The Great Divide, Time, I've Been Around, and Waiting for the Dawn. And this is from the Cherub website, but Cherub is a sexy electro-pop duo that is the dance love child of 80s funk and pop music from the future. The members of Cherub, Jordan Kelly and Jason Huber, share a love for honest original music and vibrant live performance, with a common goal to share a little bit of sex, a little bit of drugs, and a whole lot of love with people across the globe. Their most popular song is Doses of Mimosas. And then we have Steven Hiroyuki, or Steve Aoki, is an American electro house musician, Grammy-nominated record producer, and the founder of Dim Mark Records. He is widely known for his acrobatic crowd surfing stunts, throwing cake at fans, spraying champagne bottles, and riding rafts on the dance floor. His most popular songs are Turbulence, No Beef, and Boneless, and he's set to perform as the Friday headliner for Rites. Then finally we have rapper 2 Chainz, who was born on September 12, 1977. He grew up in College Park, Georgia, and attended Alabama State University on an athletic scholarship. He started his rap career on Ludacris's Disturbing the Peace record label. 2 Chainz appeared on several Ludacris albums throughout his career. And then Playaz Circle, the rap group that 2 Chainz was initially a part of, released their debut album, Supply and Demand, on October 30th, 2007. The lead single, Duffel Bag Boy, featuring Lil Wayne, became a smash hit and was performed by the duo at the BET Hip Hop Awards. Playaz Circle released their second album, Flight 360, The Takeoff, on September 29, 2009. Then, in 2011, 2 Chainz went solo and released the well-received mixtape, TRU, Religion? I guess that's True Religion. I'm sorry, 2 Chainz. And while 2 Chainz and Ludacris remained friends, he decided to leave DTP and sign with Def Jam Records. On August 14, 2012, 2 Chainz dropped his solo debut album, based on a true story. The album included the hits No Lie featuring Drake, I Love Dim Strippers with Nicki Minaj, I'm Different, everyone's favorite song, and The Birthday Song featuring Kanye West. He is scheduled to perform as the Saturday headliner for Rites. Guys, please go and check out some of these guys' music. Rites is going to be awesome. I'll see you there. That's all.
Wow, I never even knew about everyone's past.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing lineup. I didn't even know they were trying to force people to buy tickets. I didn't even buy my ticket though.
They've been having this huge push because I don't know, people just aren't buying them. I mean, I know like people want to go. Well, I think also Miley is that same weekend. which is a big issue.
You don't want to mess with Miley and Vanderbilt.
That's so true. And then so there's Miley, I think, going on, and I guess people just like are like, oh, bi